For years, Ball State University has been known as a place that readily welcomes those with disabilities. And this year, one of those students is graduating. He's a person they will not soon forget. 3 days from graduation at Ball State, and the chairs are being put into place. There is one reserved for senior R.J. Crace.
This is what's left of a car that was totaled in a crash involving drunk driving.
R.J. spent a semester reporting for the campus TV station, but he's most fond of radio.
I knew that, you know, what these guys I'm listening to are doing is pretty cool. You know, I wonder what it would be like to be one of them.
He says if only he could have seen the Colts earn a trip to this year's Super Bowl. He couldn't because he's blind.
I am totally blind. In fact, I have prosthetic eyes.
RJ is also severely hearing impaired, a complication of his childhood cancer treatments. There are only obstacles in his life, not walls. Nothing wrong with his brain, say his current and former professors.
He hasn't come through a watered-down curriculum. He's met the same rigor that every other student on campus has, with some appropriate accommodation.
2 major disabilities, and he's still graduating with honors, and is, as of this spring, one of the best college debaters in the country.
You know, he has a level of competitiveness, but he understands what it means to be respectful of his peers.
RJ is not yet sure who will help him walk across the stage Saturday.
You know what? I don't know how that'll work.
But like the rest of his life, he'll find a way.
You can be a difference maker or you can be an excuse maker. And I try to make sure that I fall on the side of difference maker as much as possible.
Gene Cox, Fox 59, News at 10. IMPD investigators can understand how the 13-year-old could have been hit late Friday night, March 4th. There's a rise in the road near where Hadley Cave was struck, and the roads were wet.
Somebody knows something.
But what they and Hadley's mother, who spoke to reporters Tuesday afternoon, can't comprehend is how the driver of the car that took the middle schooler's life couldn't have stopped.
It could have been an adult who was drunk. It could have been just simply an accident and somebody freaked out. But nonetheless, it was still, my daughter's gone.
Britt Cave's daughter is gone, but in honor of her memory, this is one mother who's joined police in the search for the hit-and-run driver who kept going on Franklin Road just south of Thompson.
Sometimes it's the absolute smallest thing that someone does not think is important ends up breaking the case. So that's what we're asking.
Crime Stoppers of Central Indiana is asking those who live near the area or were driving by just before 11:30 the night of March 4th to take a long look at this car. Witnesses tell police the light-colored Toyota Camry is the closest match to the vehicle they saw. The car likely has severe front-end damage, perhaps on the right side.
It's like having all the air knocked out of you and you can't ever catch your breath.
The Cave family wants to be sure they've done all they can.
You're completely lost and dazed. And you know that you're never, ever going to get to touch that child, give her a hug, hear her laugh, ever again. And all I have is pictures.
There is the old-fashioned way and the more efficient way. Either way, in the downtown area, like at Delaware and 9th, the snow needed to go. The Odyssey Map Store owner hopes she's clearing the way for more customers.
We expected with the weather reports that we'd be doing something this morning.
Downtown workers say their daily commute was at times eventful, but drivers seem satisfied with what the snowplows and salt trucks were able to accomplish. Frances Hevern with the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra says they'll be open for business tonight. The streets, she says, look good.
The main streets, as you can tell, I hope people will come to our concert. We have a Celebrate Black History Month concert tonight, and I hope they'll come.
While waiting on the bus near Alabama Street and Mass Ave, Marvin Johnson reflects on how little snow this is compared to his former home in Chicago.
If you walk down Michigan Avenue in the winter, you have to hold on to a rope because it was that bad when I lived up there.
Most everyone is now looking forward to spring, officially, by the way, about 40 days away. Understanding we do have to get through the next 24 hours first.
6 to 8 inches from predictions we heard.
Downtown, everybody knew it was going to snow. They just weren't prepared for the kind of snow. An easier one, they say. It's this flaky stuff. No matter what language you speak, drivers hope they can just get home safely and get back here again on Wednesday to do it all again. Fountain Square, a neighborhood known for its trendy charm and for the lowest crime rate in the city.
It's just a shame.
News of a robbery and homicide at the Pettigo Jewelry Store ripped through the community quickly.
This is just shocking. It's just words can't describe it.
Store customers say the owner was a good man. He always parked his Acura in the back and even recently discussed marriage.
It's a shame. It's a shame if somebody would do something like that man. You know, that man didn't ask for that or nothing like that.
As family and friends gathered outside the store, investigators worked to uncover clues. The body was found in the safe area.
Apparently a window washer had stopped by and found the male victim on the floor inside suffering from an unknown source of trauma. He went to a neighboring business where that business owner responded, made the same observation, and went back to his place of business to call 911.
It's just a shame.
Other Fountain Square shop owners say it's been years since a homicide happened here.
This gentleman, his father started the business in the 40s here in Fountain Square, and his father passed away 4 or 5 years ago, and David has been just a part of this community for a number of years.